Hello, Sharks. My name is Tracy Rosensteel, and I'm from Barbara, New York City.
Yeah.
I'm here seeking a $250,000 investment in exchange for 12% equity in my company. So let's get down to business. We all know that dogs poop, and they poop a lot. There's an estimated 22 billion pounds of doggy duty dropped each year in this country alone. You know what that makes me think, Sharks? That is a heaping huge mound of stinky opportunity. So what happens to all that waste? There are millions of pet parents who can attest to using single-use plastic bags that are discarded and end up in landfills each and every day. One common denominator of every product that's on the market that's eco-friendly is plastic. Sharks, allow me to introduce you to Pooch Paper, a paper alternative to plastic dog waste bags. Pooch Paper is already recycled, non-chlorine bleach paper that's 100% compostable, 100% biodegradable, made right here in the USA, and manufactured using renewable energy. So, in 3 very simple steps, simply take a piece of Pooch Paper, grab your doggy's duty, no matter how big or small, twist the sides of the paper, which, by the way, on both sides is grease resistant, and then toss in the trash. So, Sharks, nature is calling and Pooch Paper is picking up. Who's going to help me save this planet one pup at a time?
Well, all right. So I could, sustainability, not reusability. In this case, you wouldn't want to reuse it, but the ability to have something that's, grease proof, because, you could get the paper bags, but the paper bags don't work that well either. And because it kind of comes right through, especially the longer it sits in there. So I think there's something here. I hope she has some sales to back up this percent or this valuation that she's throwing out there. I do kind of question, like, would it be better if we were to, instead of having a separate product to buy just for that? People buy plastic bags just for that purpose, but reusability, can we coat the current paper bags that a lot of states are starting to switch over to, or mandatorily switching over to? Can we coat that in that stuff, and then bam, all of a sudden we have a dual, at least a two-purpose paper product it can't be recycled at that point, but maybe we need to come up with a better recycling process or something. But what we don't need is, or what we do need more of is more comments like Ducky's down here. Yo, Joe, good question about the amount of times a knife needs sharpening. Absolutely. I try my best to come up with questions. I know sometimes some of my super entrepreneur community comes up with some great questions as well down in the comments. So if you have a great question, go down below, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And while you're down there, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this video into the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself.
That's great.
Tracy, big issue here about this. Okay, I'm going to tell you a quick story, and then you have to answer this question.
Okay.
When I first moved to Boston, it was maybe the first week I was there. I was up at 4, I had my lights on in the kitchen, and a man with a Great Dane was walking February. And the man who was walking the dog, he looked around, and our eyes met. And I knew at that moment he was very unhappy, because I saw him, I saw the steaming, and that piece of paper would not even pick up half of that steaming towel.
Well,
all right.
Okay, so the easy answer there is you just offer us bigger sizes. But I think the other thing is like, if you're out walking your dog, then it becomes a thing of like, okay, so you twist it, and then I don't feel like I would want to leave it in I'm still going to end up wanting a bag to put it in. And I don't know that I want to just leave it open in a different bag. I mean, maybe like a twist tie or something could solve that problem. I also wonder if the stain resistantness of the paper is a product of what PETs I think is called, the Teflon. Like, is it like a form of Teflon? Because that's not great for the environment either. So I got some more questions there.
So these are 12 by 12. Later this year, we'll be releasing a SKU that's 15 by 15,
Now
so
we're
larger.
talking.
Okay.
That's my question.
Ding, ding.
So if you have a really big beast and it's laying down serious
Are we
traction.
talking about you, Kevin, or a dog?
Are you trying?
So for me, when I walk my dog, I can't be carrying this. So what I like about my poop bags right now is that they're in a very convenient little holder. So when they do decide to go, I can just grab it out, right?
Right.
How do I hold these?
So I've partnered with somebody who has a product, and I just resell it. And it's a 3x3 canvas pouch, zip pouch, and then it has a snap that you can put on your leash, you can put on your belt buckle,
And you
wrist,
sell
or your
those?
stroller. I do sell those, yeah.
Okay.
Tell us about you. What's your background?
So, like Kevin, I've spent 20 years on Wall Street. I worked actually in trading floor technology on the Board of Trade.
I get it. Wall Street
That's
dog
cool.
poop, same thing. But I'm interested, Tracy. You know, concerns flow away when you have sales.
Numbers.
Are there any?
Yes, there are. So we have been on the market for about 7 months. Sales since inception are just shy of 50,000.
50,000.
So Tracy,
Okay.
what does one box cost and what does it cost you to make?
So it costs me $3.66 landed. I wholesale it for $6.99. It retails at $12.99.
Got it.
That's a 48% margin.
Okay, so because you're from Wall Street, this is going to be very easy to do. 250,000 for 12%. I'm just the leap of faith to give you a 2 million valuation when you only got 50,000 in sales. Do you see any problem with that, Wall Street Tracy?
I don't. I think that we're set to reach at least 400 by the end of this year. We are now in 82 stores nationwide, and we're selling online. And then we're about 1 week away from launching in 1,061 stores for Target nationwide.
Tracy,
Wow. First off, ding ding for being able to pull that off. That is not an easy task. And I mean, obviously she worked in Wall Street, so money flow. Maybe she had some investors, which I guess we'll find out if she already has, if she owns 100% of the company. But you know, having that opportunity to be able to supply that many of of that product, or any product really, to that many stores is quite an accomplishment. So ding ding for that.
I mean, it's a great business for you, but it's not something I get excited about. Congratulations, but for those reasons, I'm out.
I think your price point is high compared to
Yeah.
the competition, the common competition, which is plastic. And I think that's an obstacle. For those reasons, I'm out.
So I don't. Okay, before anybody else gets the bright idea to go out, I don't. I mean, it is high. $12.99 is quite high, especially when when your competition is literally the plastic bag that they give away for free. Now that is slowly going away, but when the competition is free, or at least a portion of that competition is free, it definitely makes it a hard sell at $13 for a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I mean, you're getting, I think it said like 48 of them or 50 of them. So it's not bad, but you really got to hammer home that target audience. And I talk about this all of the time. In fact, I just did a video. Maybe I'll drop a link down in the comments or the comments below about finding that target market so you can get more customers. And in that video, I talk about 4 key questions to answer in order to be able to really hone in on who that target market is and get into the psyche of who they are, what they do, why they do it, and how you could better reach them. But I think. Yeah, I think Tracy, $250,000 is a bit pricey. We'll see if Kendra maybe is a little more interested, but I can't imagine Kevin's going to be that interested.
I think your mission is fantastic. I think that to bring on a partner doesn't seem necessary. You really know your stuff. You're doing all the right things. I don't think that you need to give away equity. I'm not going to give you an offer because I just don't think you need it. I'm out.
Okay, Wall Street Tracy, I'll make you an offer in 2 ways, okay? $250,000 for 50%, so we're partners. Or
Okay, wow.
I'll do it for a $1 royalty in perpetuity with no equity.
Okay, so I like the in perpetuity idea with no equity position very much.
Yeah.
$1 is a bit steep.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you why. You see, our interests will be 100% aligned if I'm getting a royalty, even though I don't own any of the business, because I'll do everything in my power to increase sales. just to show that, what my thinking is, because I have other deals with royalties. Wicked Good Cupcakes just paid me their millionth dollar royalty. I own no equity. Our interests are totally aligned. It's the biggest royalty deal in Shark Tank history. And if you ask her, she's very happy. So those are my offers. I've given you 2 structures. Pick one.
So before she picks one, so my thought is, don't give up 50%, but 50% isn't the end of the world. Again, I don't know if she owns 100% of the company. Tracy, if you would love to come on the show here and get, have an interview with me, I'd absolutely love to have you here. So just drop a comment down below and we'll get you here on the show. But we're talking about paper here, there's some branding involved and obviously she's done some legwork to be able to get into that many targets. So I think that she's definitely worth more than $500,000, even though she's only at $50,000 in sales at the moment. And I'm dropping my pen, but I think the royalty deal, if I was in that position, I would try to counter back. I'll give you the dollar. The dollar's not a big deal up until you maybe 3 times your money. Then let's drop it down to a quarter or 50 cents. For Kevin, he probably would want at least 75 cents. But I would try to push it down to about 50 cents, 50, 60, maybe 75 cents tops. And that would give you an opportunity. I think the other problem is if she doesn't have a patent, which I don't think she mentioned, she's going to end up coming against competition. Paper with some Teflon, if it's Teflon material or some type of anti, leakage chemical on the paper. I just think that she's going to come up against it and end up ultimately having to drop the price down. Now, if Kevin could help her get the cost down from $366 landed, maybe $266 landed, $1.50, all of a sudden, it's a total game changer, right? And he would be worth his weight in gold. And that dollar, if you got it down to $1.50, okay, you're at $2.50, you're still $1.16 cheaper at that point if you got your cost of $1.50. So I think the royalty deal is definitely the way she needs to go, and we'll see if Kendra wants to jump in here before she goes and takes a deal.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's a good
She's out.
offer.
What are you listening to her for?
I'm saying it's a good offer. Can you believe it? I never say that about you.
Very rarely.
Put him to work for you, selling
You've solved a problem. You've solved a big problem, and you are helping the earth. So thank you for that. And people love their pets, and they will spend crazy money on their pets. And so I think you're onto something. But I do think that Mr. Wonderful's offer is fantastic. I think he'd be a great partner for you. He's a better shark for this, so I'm out.
Wow, I'm really, really surprised by that. I'm sure Tracy wanted to get on board the Kendra train or Lori train, but Kevin does a great job with his royalty deals. He does a great job, well, in general. And you should totally go check out his YouTube channel if you haven't. It's floating around in the YouTubes. But yeah, take the royalty deal. Try squeezing them down to 50 or 75 cents. Ask him if he can he get the price? Can he get my cost? Her cost down?
Do, Tracy.
I'd like to counter.
Go ahead.
I do very much like your in perpetuity deal, no equity, but it's going to put a damper a little bit also on my short-term cash flow.
Tracy understands cash flow. I like it.
No, I'll tell you why it won't, because I will be doing 2 things. I think I got to figure out a way to lower your costs somewhere.
Absolute ding ding.
You got to pick one. I'll do either deal.
And stay tuned, because we're gonna check out Tracy's website here in a minute. Regardless of if she takes the deal or not.
All right, so it's non-negotiable.
None?
We do.
No.
Push it down. Push it down.
Then I accept.
You take
Yes.
the
The royalty deal.
Done.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. Good job, Tracy. Good job.
I'm very much excited
Thank you.
about working with you, Wall Street Tracy.
Congratulations, Tracy.
Cleaning up all that poo-poo.
Thank you.
That's as Kevin would say.
This is a home run for you.
I think it's good.
For Kevin to come in right now is such a critical moment that I still am in a position of protecting 100% of my equity. And Kevin's also on the hook with me in perpetuity.
Yes, and that is awesome. So let's check out her website here. As seen on Shark Tank. Always love seeing that. Save our planet one pup at a time. You could shop right there. They got 12 by 12. There's the Pooch pouch. That's on sale for $16.99. Wow, that is a pricey proposition there for a little thing. But I mean, you only got to buy one, and it it makes life easier for you. Oh, there you go. Now that's what I want to see. They have a reusable clip. I assume it's a reusable clip. While on the walk with your best friend. Yep, that is what that is great. $12.99, maybe a little pricey. I'd like to see some reviews on it. I don't see any reviews on it. Let's go back to the homepage. Generally, everyone that watches this channel knows I like to see faces. Well, here's a dog face, which is very important. There's Tracy and her pup, and you got some other dogs. So let's go pop over to Instagram, where they got almost 3,000 followers. Doing well there. Seems like they got some engagement going on, some likes. Let's see, when's the last time they posted? 2 weeks ago. Pooch Paper on Shark Tank airing this Friday. So they were just back on the or back on Shark Tank, I should say. And yeah, I mean, they're doing pretty good. Let's see, Facebook, 354 likes. So not a ton there. It's been a couple of weeks since they posted there. Definitely not getting as much engagement as Instagram, which again is not surprising. You watch any of these videos, you'll see that's generally the case, is that Instagram it's just where it is with these types, almost any type of product. They sell them on Chewy. Apparently, they're temporarily out of stock. I mean, that's a good thing, but that's not a good thing. To not have your Pooch Paper available. I'm curious. Actually, going back to the website, I wonder, do they have? Oh, they have a Pooch Paper dispenser. How much do they charge for that? $165. All right. That's cool. You can get dispenser refills for that. But I don't see. Did they come out with the? Here's 14 by 14 inch. Okay, so they do have the bigger one, and they lowered the price. Oh no, it is $12.99 still. 13. It's only 50 cents more for the 14 by 14 inch, which is good. Which tells me that Kevin must have gotten their cost down for them, or maybe Tracy got the cost down for them. Which is a great sign. So yeah, definitely happy to see that. I see the original Poop Bags compostable bag, compostable. I'm not sure how to say that word. Let's see. It's unscented. So this is what their competition is, Scott, and it only has one review. 200 bags. For $15 seems like a pretty solid deal there. They did have 8. Okay, they have 8 reviews here on Chewy. 8.5. 8 stars, 4.2 stars total. Question: cold weather makes this paper more brittle, which makes it difficult to use. Huh? Interesting. Something I did not think about. And it looks like on Amazon, they do have it in stock, or will be in stock soon, and selling as cheap as $10, right, with save 23% off. So let's just check out. Usually I like to check out the 1-star reviews, see what they got going on there. So let's see. Needs some work. The papers don't close well enough to be carried a distance to a trash can. Don't waste your money. Tears easily and not big enough. Might as well. So I wish that these people that wrote these reviews included what size dog do you have? Like, that's a huge thing there. Might as well use paper towels. I kind of doubt that would be the case, but I, as I normally would say, I'd like to see people adding to the conversation. So having the business owners, somebody at the business representing the business reply to these and try to reach out, see if they can change the minds, not necessarily of the people that wrote the reviews, but change the minds of people who are reading the reviews. So you get maybe a little less people finding it helpful. Maybe they'll find your reply more helpful, that you are responsive to them. It's a great idea, but the price outrageous. 50 sheets for $13. I have 2 small dogs that ends up using at least 2 to 3 per walk times 3 walks a day. Wow, their dog's pooping 3 times a day. I Did not know that. We have a dog, and well, she goes mostly out in the backyard, and it gets cleaned up. So I don't really think, I never really thought about how many times a day that is happening. I love the idea, the environmentally conscious, but it's shameful when people try to cash in on such a greedy way like this. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a thing. I think it's great. I think it's a great idea, especially if you're doing the walk thing. It's better than having a whole bunch of plastic bags crammed in like one of those little container things. But this is a great idea. Going down below, leaving a comment like Ducky, and smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this video in the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. Make sure you go check out shopsuperjoe.com so you can get one of these high quality t-shirts or one of these high quality super entrepreneur hats that I have conveniently sitting behind me here. I hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next video. Over here. Take care.